Well, hello everyone. The Ontario Gardener here, back with another Toasty Turkey Town episode. Now, in the last episode was the full remodel. Now, at the end of that, I realized that I hid my potatoes up in this corner next to the fish. While it's a good idea, I totally forgot during the remodel that I had mashed potatoes. So I need to access the potatoes. So what I did just before I started recording, I moved this down here. Did a bit of finicky. Now again, I don't need the teleporter here for the bread anymore because I can pull it straight from the hob out. But just to use the teleporter, I'm going to use it. After today, we get another card. I'm hoping we get something like chips or fish selection or something like filet. That's kind of what I'd love to get. Or another soup, tomato soup, meat soup would be a bit rough. But tomato soup, pumpkin soup would be the worst, by the way, because you have to dispose of the seeds. But again, we're starting to get some prep stations here emptied out. These are going to empty these frozen preps today, so we have them to use. We have regular prep stations here that we're just going to keep copying or discounting, whatever. We have a jiggly bin down here, so if we get something like sweet corn, we'll be able to set up an automation rig for that. Because we do have a set of teleporters right now that we can repurpose at the end of today if needed. And every day I'm copying and discounting a teleporter. So every other day I'll have a set of them, and I have my copying set up, discounting these three things, and then researching the prep station here, and researching the counter to get more freezers. Now I'm thinking about not actually doing this one, but copying it instead. But I think it makes sense to do it because if we have something like seeds, we're automated right here. So what we're looking for in the desks will probably be a bag of potatoes. That way we can hide this again, and I can have potatoes sitting elsewhere from the mashed. I thought about switching to all metal tables. I just think that would be a very bad idea because right now we only have 3 side dishes, but they're not hard to make. They're easy to make, and switching out, getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 metal tables will take a long time. So without further ado, let's get going. We have our beans, we have our soup. This is totally going to be a new design for me, so it'll take a bit of time for me to figure this out. Hopefully not reset this thing too many times. Broccoli here, we got mash, we got beans, we got soup. We have a lot to do. So without further ado, we have 4 groups. So the first group we got to get in and out quickly. Otherwise, we're not too hurting, but the groups are going to come in right away. So we got to be a little bit careful here and try to bang all this out. At least we have this right here. This is a bit of a stretch, but again, it's not a big deal. What are we looking for again? We don't need this, don't need this, don't need this, don't need that. Okay, I think we're good to go here. We're going to be using at least a couple soups. Perfect. Just 2 soups is perfect. There's the potato pot that I want. Boom. Awesome. Because that means we can hide the potatoes tomorrow because we don't need them anymore, which is awesome. All right, what do you guys want? I'm going to get you guys in and out of here quick. We got a bunch of triples here. So we got this one with a mash. I'm going to try to get some of these pre-made and set up here. Let's get some of this on. We have a triple with a patat. And let's just start banging them out. We're fine here. I'm not too worried. We have another triple. Boom. I got plates everywhere, by the way. We got a double with a mash. Like I said, this is a totally new design for me, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to as far as where everything is, but I think we're doing a pretty good job. This one to go to here, and then that should be it for the day. And we're missing, oh, we got one more bean on toast, and that should do it for that table. So what we'll do is we'll put this in here. This hob here has to be kind of set up a little bit. What I want to do is I want to force the next group to sit here, because I want them to go to the coffee table. I want to be able to do, unless they've already been programmed to not go to the coffee table. Nope, they're going to go, because again, use those timers. I've been saying this forever. Use your timers that you have. For me, I want to get my research done. Now, we're looking for conveyor belts as well, so we can start hiding things. Dumb waiters, of course. I'm going to take this, because if we get to something like affogato or something else, we can get auto coffee made. Even hide it somewhere would be helpful. We're not quite there yet, but we'll see. I'm all prepping a lot of this stuff. I'm prepping for the future. Should have one more copy to do, and that should be it. We have 4 discounts to do, which is not a big deal. Also, this gives us time on the last blueprint desk to get something that we want, of course, which we're not quite there yet. All right, I think I'm gonna take this off. I have to be a little careful with the plates because I'm pulling a lot of plates out of here. Which is actually all right. Let me see. What do you guys want? How many soups? Come on. Come on, calm painting. We have 2 soups. 1, 2. Load this one. Load this one. We have a bunch of time here to swap these around. This can come off of here. Let's do our last one of these. Again, we have 2 groups coming in. We have spots for 2 more groups, so we're not worried. There's the cheaty flower pot that I'll never, ever use in a run until it's fixed, by the way. If it gets fixed, in the sense that it's not, you know, a cheat. I mean, for these groups, it'd be great to use. If you're struggling, throw out a block flower. But you know what? That's cheaty, and I'm not using that mechanic. I never have. I bought one time, and I felt so bad using it, I never actually used it. I threw it away. Alrighty, let's see what we got. We got our soup on. We got our beans on. We got 2 pots of beans here. We should be pretty good to go now. Alright, what do you clowns want? We got a blue with the mash and stuff are all the way over here, which is a bit of a stretch, but it's not terrible. We got another blue with a mash. Let's get the mash out. And then I think we're going to start banging out. We're going pretty quick. Another robo buffer would be helpful as well. Oh, come on, please. I don't have my trainers on. No wonder I'm not going fast. Because I think I keep accidentally turning them off. All right, we got a lot of bread today. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I'm hitting it by accident, which is fine. This, get a broccoli up. We need, what do we need? We need a bunch of stuff. Again, because of the way the timers are working, we're rolling through them pretty quickly. So we got to be a little careful here. Come on. I think we got, what, 1 more, and that's it? Is that everything? That's everybody. Look at that. All right, we got to swap some plates. Yeah, plates are a bit of a pain right now because I'm only pulling from the top plates, and that's the problem. And this is a table that I have to clear completely out. Which is actually okay. We'll get this one cleared out because they're going to be on dessert. But again, remember dessert. These are what? These are the bean pot. No, this is not bean. Yeah, this is beans. Beans on, and we're going to need a brock on. I'll do these real quick. There's this stinking flower pot again. Get out of my face, flower pot. While we're waiting for you, this is a bit of a stretch. I think what I'm going to do is move the soup. The soup doesn't need to be front and center. I think what I'm going to do is swap the soup for the dishwashers. Because to me, it makes sense to do that. Because this is such a time waster doing this. If the dishwashers are in the middle right here, it gives me so much more time. And so, oh, we got to clean that mess. So much more space. Come on, Buffer, get up there. Do your job, buddy. Get up there. Thank you. All right. So they're going to be on dessert. All right. We need this one. I love how it's just ice cream and coffee. But hey, we locked in another coffee machine, by the way, so we can have mostly semi-auto coffee done at the end of today. 1, 2, 3. I love being able to do that. It's so cool to do that. And again, I'm going to definitely move the soup. I think it makes sense to move the soup because it's not really... The dishwashers are more important to be here. I believe they're more important to be here. All right, we're going to pot this. Plenty of time. There's no rush here. All right, everything looks pretty good. Like I said, everything's full. Oh, this is a big order. We want a bluefish. We have a bunch of brocks coming up. There's a brock there. How many more? We got a double with a mash. And now we're going to actually, I can plate another one. We want another double with a brock, and then we'll start serving. That's the only thing with these maps is there's not a lot of space to put things. But we make do, I believe. We go to this with one of these. Cut that out, and then we have beans on toast, right? There's 1 bean on toast. Done. I'm trying to use both plate stacks just so I'm not having to run around with all of them. What are we missing? 1 more bean on toast. Again, we're just we're banging this out like this is going very, very well, if I do say so myself. I don't actually have to do the dishes, but I'm going to do them anyway. And then what I want to do down here while I'm thinking about this, I want to move all these to here because I want to free up these frozen prep stations. Because if you clear everything off the frozen prep the next day, there's not going to be anything on the frozen prep. I don't have to do that. What do you guys want here? Ooh, a lot of coffees, a lot of coffee. This one, this one. Again, coffee's not a big deal. Oh, that's not going to work. I was thinking I could make one in between. Nope, that's okay. But so far, this setup, other than the dishwasher and the soup, which we're going to move after today, I think this... Oops, that was a mistake. It's definitely smoother of a run because I have this runway in between, especially. It's really, really helpful. All right, we're just going to draw soup from the pot. And then I'll just serve it like this. This is fine. How many more soups? 2 more soups, 1 more soup. Double soup, which is fine. Oh, no, just 1 more soup, which is fine. I'm going to load up this again. Oh, yeah, robo buffers. We need more. We might do a couple re-rolls, too, by the way. We're definitely set up to do re-rolls. This one's fine like this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to get a fresh... Where's my pot stack? A fresh bean on here. Oh, that's not right. Fresh bean in here. Swap this one out. Put fresh bean in the pot. These, I think, are still okay. They're hard to tell how much you have left. This bean is almost empty. I can go here. This one's almost empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load up 2 pots. Just, whoop, because why not? There's no reason not to. This we'll draw from this one, draw from this one. I'll ditch the ice cream because this, why not? Might as well. And then we'll draw from these 2. Frozen. Boom. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty, what do we want here? Oh, we got a lot of blueies, a lot of this. We're going to try to load the plates up again if I can. A blue with any with broccoli. Yeah, 1 with broccoli, of course. There, and then we got a mash with a toast. And then we're going to try to draw from the beans here and not mess that up. There's 1. Here's 2. I often thought about just saving the last, like the ones I make, saving them till the end, but the problem is then I'd forget what I ended up making. So we go double with another mash. Yeah, I think the mashes are far, so maybe what I should do is almost move the mashed potatoes in the broccoli and swap it out. How many more beans do we need? 1, and then what's our last order? We need a double. Is that it? And nope, we got 1 more bean on toast. Because I think the problem is this. I got to think about it. It almost makes sense to move these pots up here and move this back 1 and then move the soup here. I think that's what we're going to do. The only issue with having these tables set up like this is that you have to... that's what would be nice to move the coffee. Because I have to clean this table off. Because someone's not sitting at the corner. If someone would be sitting right here at the corner... I could just take the order through them. Like you can serve a customer through the customer, if that makes sense. You don't have to put the item on the plate. These pots we're going to just get rid of because they're in my way. I want to load up on, oops, that's fine. I want to load up on coffee. This is actually fine because we're going to need it here anyway. Boom, boom, boom. I know someone asked in the comments, how are you so fast with ice cream? Are you cheating? No. You know, you get used to it, especially if you're playing a single player game. You have the only lag you're going to have is your own computer lag, which typically if you're running a decent machine, you don't have computer lag. I'm actually going to swap this real quick to make sure these spawn outside. Not cheating, I'm just making sure they spawn outside. And this was a very easy one. Now again, after today, we get a new card, and this is what really makes me nervous. Well, guess what? My nervousness just went out the window because the fish selection is one of the greatest things we could have gotten right now because we have, all we need 2 grabbers for that. We have 2 grabbers, we have a heated mixer, we have a regular prep station. This is like the best. Again, we don't, the problem with, okay, the only problem, hold on, let me rephrase this. The only problem is that we don't have a customer reduction because you're not gaining any difficulty. Technically you are if you're not automated. So that's the only issue that might come and bite us in the butt because after 2 more days, our group sizes are going to be 8 to 9 and our groups are going to go up to 5. But again, a fish selection is easy because that means we're going to have filet, we're going to have redfish, bluefish, and oysters today. Onion rings would be okay if we had another flour bin and if we had another onion bin. So we're going to go fish selection. It might be a gamble. I don't, you know, I'm not saying it's not a gamble. But I feel it's a educated decision, if that makes sense. Oh, we got another. Oh my God, we got so much stuff now. Jeez. All right, so what we're gonna do for the rest of the day, because like I said, these runs take a long time now. I'm gonna actually move the ice cream. What is this? I'm just gonna move this completely out of here for now. because it's just like we're at the realm, the time of the run where it's like we got the potatoes. Yeah, we have a lot to do, so we might as well just do what I wanted to do. We're gonna move the potato area completely out of the way. Okay, these. I wish you could put stuff on top of these robo buffers, by the way. Yeah, I think we need to do a bit of a remodel like already, and I hate doing it honestly, but you people like seeing the remodels, so I don't want to deny you the remodels. I'm going to buy the coffee machine. Not that we're ready for that yet. We're not ready for it yet because we don't have enough combiners and whatnot. I'm not going to buy the blueprint cabinet. We don't need another one. It's just a waste. It's a waste for us to buy a blueprint cabinet. But what I wanted to do first off is I wanted to swap these for these, because that way it's so much easier to do the dishes when these are like this. I think I'll put them into each other like that. I don't know if it doesn't matter to look better like this. Probably, right? You can't walk between them even if it's shut, so it doesn't matter. Yes, then what we got to do, the next step we got to do is, these things are really annoying, by the way, is I'm going to get rid of the potatoes we have. Okay. I'm getting frustrated now. Okay, the potatoes, this is a good decision. The other thought I had was moving the soup. These plates should actually be here. Now all the soup is right here, well, other than the carrots, which is fine. Because again, soup is only used in the beginning. Yeah, I don't know about. I'm just torn. This is, I think, a good spot. It's far to run for these things. So I wonder if it makes sense to do something like. Again, I'm going to be flopping everything around now. Put the beans here. Right, bean on both sides. Well, I don't need them on both sides. I need them on one side. This will be the reserve. The potatoes we're going to buy, obviously. See, the question, well, I actually wouldn't need to buy the potatoes because we can't put this up in here now. I think we're going to run it like this because I'm using these sides a lot more than I'm using, like, instead of running all the way back. No, I know these are here, but guess what? This is going to be changed anyway. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to get the fish rocking and rolling. We're just running. We have like totally running out of space here, but we're gonna knock this out real quick. We have all the tools we need. There's I wish I could walk through walls or walk through walls, because I could walk through walls and not mod it in, if you will. All right, we're gonna put the fixture. Again, this is a no-brainer card. It's a no-brainer card in my opinion. We can't use a smart grabber here though. We have to use. Guess what? We have a grabber right down here we can use because we had a smart grabber for the potatoes, which was fine. Whoops, sorry. Come on. A smart grabber for the potatoes, which was fine because it's only pulling potatoes. But for fish, you can't use smart grabbers especially if you can't access them, if you will. If you can access them, it doesn't matter. And what I want to do is I want to put this one here because we don't have any. Actually, I'm going to pull. We have one in here. I'm going to pull this one out. Because it's only 30 coins, and plus it's already straight. I don't have to curve it at all. Okay, let's move that, and then we're gonna pull this prep station out. We're doing a remodel today, guys, because we don't have a choice to do that. And then what I want to do as far as the toast goes, because we're gonna have two things we have to deal with now. We're gonna have these being pulled out here, so we're gonna be using the teleporter a bit. Is that one going to work like that? This teleporter is going to be moved now. This is going to come out to here. Well, no, hold on. I have to move that a little bit. I need to access. This is going to come down to here because we're going to be teleporting the potatoes out, basically, is what we're going to be doing here. If I have any room to do this, which I don't. That's the only problem. Again, that's just something that I know people have been asking for from the developers to kind of like, or the developer to kind of make this easier. How many we need? What we need 2 of these and 1 of these. So yeah, we're gonna have to pop this one here like this. I'm just gonna go practice mode real quick. Turn this one. Good to go. Again, it's easier to do the practice modes as needed. I don't like this back here. The problem is, I could switch things around to have it coming out here. But we only have 1 grabber left. And then, yeah, we're going to have to mess with things a bit more. It's okay, though. This is going to come here. This is going to come... Oh, sorry. This is going to go here because we're going to teleport the potatoes out now. And we're just going to move that whole setup into this other room. So what that means, unfortunately, it means that we need to get everything that's in that room. Finally, I know people have been clamoring to get it out of here, we finally have to get this stuff out of here. And I know it's gonna be a bit of a tedious job, but it has to be done. And then we'll get rocking with another day. These are all here. We can walk through. Whoop, never mind. Can't walk through them. All right. So everything in here that we don't need right now. The frozen preps we do need. The counters we don't. So what we'll do is we'll just set them outside. Yeah, as long as we have a free chopping device or something, we don't need these at all anymore. And there's other tables. Yeah, I'm tempted to keep 2 of them. But I think we'll have enough. As long as we have enough space in here to run what I want to run here, I'm going to leave it till the next, till like the next day, because it's just so tedious to do all this stuff. But I find it very important to do this type of stuff to show you guys, because a lot of you have asked, well, how do you, why do you remodel things like this? Why do you do it like this? Well, we're getting into that right now, and that's the whole reason of doing this. Okay, let's see. So we got our patates coming in. We're going to go all the way over here, and let's see how we want to set this up. We'll get rid of the phone just for now. We're going to pull this out of here. That's going to go here. Where is our, this is the safety hob we're using. Safety hob is going to go here. And then where's my grabber? This grabber here is going to come down here. This is very, very simple layout. Very, very simple setup, I should say. You can just hide this anywhere. Is it a good use for a teleporter? I don't know. I guess so, because it's useful, right? The whole purpose of using teleporters is to use them. So let's go practice real quick. Make sure the potatoes are going to spawn where they're going to spawn. The fish are going to do their fish things. The patates are going to spawn where they spawn, which is fine. We have our extra potato here, we have plenty of space. Watch this come through the teleporter. Bam. That's exactly what we want. So this is done. The only issue, again, is that the bread is far away now, but it's fine. This is going to go here. This one's going to go here. This one's going to go... Actually, I really don't want one here, though. I guess we could... The onions... everything. I gotta be careful here as far as putting things where I kind of don't want to put them. This is fine. This other junk we could get rid of as well, but I'm not going to do it yet. This can be blocked off completely because we don't need a bin. Well, you know what I can do? I can do it like this. Hold on. Put the bin at the corner just in case we need a bin. Now we got the fish selection, which is a great card. Even getting something like fillet would be great yet. I mean, we have a couple cards that even chips would be easy. We have another heated mixer. We could easily run chips down at the bottom, get more teleporters. Speaking of teleporters, every day we're going to be copying 175. That means tomorrow the next one's going to cost about 78 coins, which is great. So what we're going to do is, let me just move. I just want to swap some of these around, because that means tomorrow, or at the end of tomorrow, if we get that far, we'll be able to put something else down there. I'm not sure what we'll put down there yet, but something. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll put the coffee down there. And you know what I would do is I would set up the coffee. We need a smart grabber, which we have. We need 2 grabbers to do the coffee. And we'll have 1 tomorrow. We'll have 2, actually, but I have to keep copying it. Because what we'll do is we'll have a teleporter sitting right here, or literally sitting anywhere. And it'll pull the coffee through as... Actually, you know what? I could have it teleport into a prep station. The wheels are in motion, right? Anyway, guys, let's see, where are we at? Let's just do a practice day real quick, just to make sure everything's in order. These are going to be making, this is fine here, this is here. The toast is a bit out of the way, if I'm honest here, but we need to keep getting more grabbers. That's our biggest thing right now. Right, the shoes, I gotta move my trainers to the corner again. This thing can go here, it's kind of in the way. This is teleporter, this is a grabber, so these we keep comping every day. This can come out. Maybe we'll do a reroll today, because we have 3 things. That's 4 things. What is this? These are workstations. 5 things. I don't care about a workstation. Like, we're not chopping anything. That's 6 things. I honestly don't think we need... Oh my god, this stupid thing. I honestly don't think we need to keep copying prep stations anymore. Like, we have so many prep stations. I'm just gonna ditch these. We literally do not need these. We're copying 1 every day, and that's more than we need. All right. So we have how many blueprints? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 8 blueprints sticking out. Let's put this here. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the counter, and I'm gonna put that in the preps into the blueprint desk, into the blueprint cabinet, I should say. Sorry. and we're going to re-roll the rest because I want more freezers. Come on, door. That's the only thing we can upgrade. Again, the safety hob, like we have a safety hob here. We're not using any of them right now yet. Not using any of them yet. But so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 7 blueprints. We can pay. Well, we only have 459 coins, by the way, so we don't have tons of coins. Let's do some re-roll. Maybe we'll get lucky with a grabber somewhere. Blueprint cabinet. Oh, we got a freezer. Look at that. Boom, freezer right away. So what I'm going to do, instead of buying this freezer, what am I going to do? I'm going to save it, copy it, discount it tomorrow. Come on. I mean, I don't think it's going to be difficult for us to not make it through another day. Just, being honest here. What is this upgrade? This doesn't upgrade anything. It's composter bin. We already have a jiggle bin, but is it worth buying another one? I don't think so. We already have one that we're not using, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5, 6. We still have 7. I'm going to reroll one more time, and then I think that's going to be my limit because we need to make some money. But if we can get a grabber out of this, it would be perfect. Nothing but junk. Nothing but junk, honestly. So that's all right. It's okay. Hey, the rerolls are gambles. They're not guaranteed anything, If you guarantees, well, then it wouldn't be fun. As fun. All right, prep stations were good. This thing can just do its thing over here. It's not in the way. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This has to go back to where it was. So what we're doing is we're basically copying and discounting the grabber, the teleporter, and the freezer every day. And we're going to be researching. We have nothing in here. We need to put something in here. It's doing nothing. By the way, this is doing nothing. We're not researching anything today. There's nothing to upgrade. Yeah, I'd love to get like another floor buffer, but we're fine. So yeah, we're going to keep comping what we're comping up there, keep discounting everything. Don't need any of these things up here, but might as well keep doing it, do re-rolls if we need it. But guys, we're super over time. I know I wanted to run another episode or run another day today, but I think we're over time. But every 3 days we have to do a little bit of a remodel, a little bit, because speaking of that, I'm going to move these before I forget. Because you have to do a little bit of I'm going to actually put it here, I think. I'll remodel every day or every few. Oh, yeah, floor protectors. That would be good. A couple of floor protectors. We're not even using this one back here, by the way. I thought I'd be using it. Nope, don't need it. All right, guys, we're going to call it an episode. We have our extra coffee machine, which is going to be great, by the way. It'd be really great to have auto coffee set up somewhere. We're going to have, again, after tomorrow, we're going to have 2 more teleporters. And we're going to have 2 grabbers. All we need, though, is we need to look for conveyor belts. On the blueprint desk, we need to look for conveyor belts. Because we're going to need more than that. We're going to need more of them. I'd love to get this moved down to here. To do auto coffee, we basically need 2 grabbers, 1 smart, which we have, and then 1 generic grabber, which we have as well. But we need 2 to replace the ones that we're taking from to do auto coffee. 3 if we want to use a frozen prep station. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. OT21 or OT19, OT20. We upgrade our groups from 8 to 9, which will be a bit of a stretch because then we can't load up 2 dishwashers. We're always going to have an extra dish we have to wash, but that's fine. I want to do one more quick practice mode to lock in everything that we did. Locked in. We're good to go. I want to thank you guys for joining me. It's been a bit of an episode, but you know what? Progression and stuff like this is all part of the game, especially when you get this high over time. Thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider leaving a like as well as a comment. It would be much appreciated. And if you're enjoying this series, as well as my channel in general, please consider leaving a subscribe. Would really be supportive of me, supportive of you, and really help me out in the long run. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you next time with another Toasty Turkey Town episode. Take care now.